Premier Francois Legault reminds me of the late comedian Rodney Dangerfield.
That's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. No respect at all.
Well, it sure sounds that way as the CAQ leader is now demanding more respect from Canada. We've been down this road so many times before, most recently with the failed Beach Lake Constitutional Accord, the failed Charlottetown Accord, and Quebec Liberals' Allaire Report, with its silly wish list for 22 new powers for Quebec. Now, Canada is probably the most decentralized federation in the world. In other words, the provinces have a lot of powers that affect people in their daily lives. Quebec now says it needs even more powers in its gradualist approach to nation-state status. This is separation by baby steps, what the PQ used to call étapisme. And I believe Francois Legault is an old-fashioned étapist.
I think that it's important, in order to protect our nation, that the Quebec government, which is the one representing this nation, that we get more power in terms of immigration, language, secularism of the state. I think we have to be coherent.
And the list goes on. He wants a single income tax system managed by Quebec, of course. He wants a commitment from all the federal leaders not to challenge Bill 21, the secularism law. He wants a values and language test for new immigrants on that old chestnut that has been around for years. He wants Bill 101 applied to all businesses that are constitutionally under federal jurisdiction. In other words, broadcasters, banks, airports, telecommunication companies, railways, and so on. No, Legault says he just wants a real partnership with the rest of the country based on mutual respect. Please don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. So do you believe me now when I tell you Quebecers, or to be more precise, 41% of Quebecers elected a PQ light government? Now, the Caciques just want to keep stripping away at the federal government until there is nothing left except those juicy equalization payments which Legault now says he would like to keep. He once said that he'd like Quebec to be able to live without them. He's seen the cash, and now he likes what he sees. I guess Legault knows he might be just talking in the wind. Just Quebec doesn't have a sway at one side of the Canadian political life. A growing number of Canadians just don't care. Legault may talk tough, but that once popular strategy of holding a knife at Canada's throat just won't work anymore. Quebec will get the respect it deserves as a fully functioning and cooperative member of the Federation. That is respect, Mr. Legault. Its demands for more powers is getting old, just an old joke. Rodney Dangerfield might agree. As he once said, I get no respect. The way my luck is going, if I was a politician, I would be honest. Now, one of the most despicable laws in recent Canadian history is claiming its victims. Almost daily, we hear stories of young brains leaving Quebec because of the provincial legislation aimed directly at religious minorities. In Montreal this week, 3 teachers were told to remove their scarves. The 3 complied. The decisions must have been painful. In the National Post this week, Andrew Coyne writes about how the lack of federal leadership on Bill 21 is our national shame. He writes, so shame does not come easily to us as a nation. We have so hollowed out our national conscience over the years that we think nothing now of selling out a persecuted minority rather than take a stand in their defense. The federal leaders have capitulated to majority opinion in Quebec. So when Francois Legault asks for a pledge, as he did this week from all party leaders, not to challenge Bill 21, he knows what the answer will be. The sound of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Now, will Canadians forgive Justin Trudeau? Many now feel betrayed by the man they thought they knew. His actions were racist. There can be no real debate on that, although it baffles me that many in Quebec still don't see the harm. But wearing blackface is offensive and hurtful in any language, and Trudeau can't remember how many times he did it. We all know that he has a penchant for dressing up, but this goes much deeper. What is uncertain is whether the Prime Minister's past idiotic behavior will cost him what has become a very tight election race. This controversy, like most things, will have Canadians split right down the middle. What is certain is that, forgiveness aside, neither we nor the rest of the world will ever look at him in quite the same way. I'm Barry Wilson. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you like what you see, please share it. And don't forget to check out our weekly poll on Facebook. We want to know what you think.